Hello guys, welcome back. I'm sorry guys, I just bought out the creeping wolf druid. I got really annoyed because of the fucking um, glass cannon spiel, so yeah, that's why didn't continue that playthrough, but whatever. So we have the 1.5.0 patch note, which came out for 4 hours basically, and I haven't checked that yet, so I wanna make it into a stream. And yeah, that's all I can say at the moment. So let's see the 1.5 changes. Yeah, here you go. Okay, 1.5. Um, what we have? General. Elemental resistances have been redistributed to smoothen the difficulty scaling. Uh, Sorry, but this is a little bit small. Okay, so we saw this in the teaser, so it means uh, we will be able to survive much more easier, basically much easier, because the raises penalties now 30% and 70% for nightmare hell. So that is why, and also we got nerf for the charms. Um, so now for the level charm, we will have only base 10% or resist, and we will have only in total 40% or resist. And for the as hard, we will get 11 to 20 down from uh, 31 to 40%. So yeah, but I guess uh, the pure elemental damage based bosses will be nerfed as well, but I'm not sure, so I hope they will. So engine. Hardcore characters will now convert to softcore upon death. Dread characters will continue to appear in AC later. Yeah, we know this also in the teaser. The mercenary resurrect cost formula has been adjusted for lower gold cost below 125. Yeah. Gem shrines no longer give cheap gems, they instead give regular gems by default, including new medium XL gems. Yeah, finally. Monsters reduce the movement speed on all wandering bosses by 40%, such as Izax, Esroga, Samuel, etc. Phew, I hate the fucking speed moving shits. This change will improve the damage of skills with ramp up time or slower projectile speed against the harder content. Okay, elite monsters increase chances to drop shrines. Mm. Can't reduce skill levels of all skills, especially Death Blossom. Tree of Life now have a chance of dropping apples. Reanimate hordes no longer have concentration aura due to performance issues. Slingers no longer have fanaticism aura due to performance issues. Okay. Endgame quest Nephilim Rifts. I know the Sunset. The quest is now called Fiend, allowing players to have more options to mitigate the incoming damage. Fear no longer spawns impious hounds, now casts frozen bolts, add the cold attack and reduce physical damage. Hollow Disciple, half of their damage is now called reduce attack rating. Oh god, they were so OP. Sunless Angel now casts Comet and Blizzard, half of their damage is now called reduced health. Massively increased chance to drop equipment, jewelry and crafting materials. Now has a slight set rare bias. Sixth Angel Zone no longer requires teleport. Oh fucking goddamn, finally. Reduce density by 10%, fixed charm description. Okay. Caliber reduce cow movement speed. Cow Shame reduce thunderstorm damage. Cow King reduce physical damage. Added drop bias for sacred armors and crafting shrines. Slightly reduce density. That's good. Trojan jungles increase chance to drop signets. Forest Keeper decrease health by 15% and reduce defense by 30%. Creepings for reduce mana drain. Oh, thank you. Crest 3000 BA. Totem shield effect no longer applies a palette to monsters to reduce FPS loss. Melee skeletons are now replaced by hogs also to improve performance. What? I guess they will be similar to the Nighthawks, but they won't be switchable. But we'll see. Library of Fate, Lightfast, reduce Punisher skill level. Ooh. If heroes no longer cast Weakening Nova on death, have death to compensate. What? Eh? What is this fucking nerf? Zakron's Avatar now have standard resistances and no longer need to be weakened. Increase health and fire spell damage. Oh, that's why. That's why they remove the weakening Nova. Widen or replace some sections to be better the management of ethereals. Added environmental light resources. Enrich the original ground pattern. Now features total of 4 hidden golden chests instead of 2. Tranafula. It all seemed lost for the Amazon warriors due to the increasing wildfires. Right as they were ready to give up, they noticed new trees radiating light growing in the jungles, a gift of their beloved goddess Afulua. The newborn trees of life sacrifice their divine strength to put an end to the wildfires, which has also allowed them to master the art of life. Oh, that's kind of lore here. In honor to their goddess, the Amazons covered the zone in bushes. Little did they realize heroes can now sneak behind them to survive their mortal death procs. Jungle snakes were not able to survive and have gone extinct. Tree of Fire. New monster with physical and fire resistance that casts wildfire. Ooh. Another tree warden. Amazon Warriors arrow sight detection range reduced by 15% to prevent invisible off-screen kills. Increase proc chance from 2% to 2.5%. Oh. It was so low. Wow. Slightly increased chance to drop unique items. Increased chance to drop sacred weapons. Will now spawn slightly more scattered around the map. Phyllis boss zone has been remade. Fixed missing and wrong light orbs on top of the sound floors. Zone lines now fixed based on zone. The other map now has more vegetation. Tiganze, Zigral, or Zagral, whatever, now uses charge instead of crucify and teleport instead blink. It's better, I guess, because you won't get stun locked too much. Triumphix unintentional healing when unconverted Lucian was next to Malik. Hellwave teleport spell duration reduced. Fasting Wheel. Increased jewelry drop chance. Dimensional Labyrinth. Corrupted Necromancer drops will now include more bases. Corrupted Heroes will now drop 25% more items. Dimensional Key now gives innate elemental damage instead of flat dry elemental damage. Daimos, Twisted Claw Storm, remove Amazing Grace, life increased by by 150%. Okay, reduce frequency of ice spawns. All max vortex will now remain visible for its entire duration if you die and re-enter the area. Slightly reduce the elemental resistances of most monsters. Endgame dungeons, Legacy of Blood, added minor details to the environment to visually enhance the location. Mm-hmm. Quad Sin Trinity Beam no longer has physical damage component. Now has a short range aura that makes characters in mid-range more resistant to his tri-elemental damage. Oh. So now I have to be in melee range? That's weird. Banish Fly Shadow Self now have minus 100% base resist, no longer will become immune around totems, increase HP and defense. Reduce earth elemental damage and attack rating. Mini bosses no longer have block chance. Oh, thank god. Atana Khan, the sleep. All these trophy bonus is now 6% deadly strike up from 5 and 8% innate elemental damage instead of flat tri elemental damage. Spirit World, fixed cost and description, Guardian Kiwa, half mana drain and reduce health by 25%. Oh, okay. And no nerf for the Kiwa. Oh, fuck off. The Void, Rathman's Supremacy, teleport roll is now 3 to 15. It has no sense, I guess. But maybe it has, I'm not sure. Napalm Sacrifice, Codex Defy Memory, Fixed Typo. Phew. Fucking goddamn. It was hard to kill as Maelstrom Sin. So they actually noticed that strange bug. Dialon fixed the bug that caused him to permanently freeze when trying to cast Bomb Priest. The funniest fucking feature for Dialon. Oh god, Samuel changed the visual of corridor leading to Samuel's portal in order to match its appearances to that of the area. Okay, arena. Characters. General. Fix an oversight, allowing the bonus damage of some weapon skills to unintentionally scale with spell damage. Mercenaries reduce the base power of some mercenary skills which were extremely overtuned for normal content. Arrow sight base duration reduced. Okay, now increases with mercenary level. Hailstorm reduce base level. Same. Shapeshifter. Okay, it's also the same. Prestige will now unlock Homino shot at 90 instead of level 1. It was so OP. With that skill, Necrolite fixed the bug where they were using the monster version of Hailstorm and dealing more damage than intended. Oh. Amazon Lava Pit removes smoke visuals. Storm core area effect is increased. Asterism modified overlay. Bow in Trinity arrow is increased. Phalanx weapon damage increased. Worm shot basic range is now 10 yards. Good nerf. Bad nerf. Reduce mana cost. Awesome. Javelin fairy ring weapon damage increased by 20%. Take down clarified damage. AR bonus. Hyena strike greatly increase health or range in an attempt to reduce dissing. Spirit of Vengeance summoning while Ecstatic Frenzy is on will now disable the reanimates, allowing for greater flexibility. If I don't turn on my Ecstatic Frenzy and then summon up my Spirit of Vengeance, then will I be able to get those reanimates? Whatever. Assassin, Crucify, weapon damage increased. Okay, best try change skill icon. Uh, Throwing, Scorpion Blade, increased damage, projectile countdown scales every 5 points in mouse or up from 4. Witchwind damage increased, wow. Maelstrom, weapon damage increased by 13%. Naginata. Backs are fully revert. They change and they undo it. Okay. So, no longer adds crushing blow. Duration is now 75% of cooldown up from 60%. Lowest duration is 3 frames. Now adds a large amount of bonus damage to broadside while being actively used. Fix a bug that causes it to deal no damage. Increase mana cost. Martial. Perfect being changed skill icon. Psionic. Shuriken Flurry damage increased by 10%. Psionic Storm damage for skill levels after 20 increased by 33%. Psionic Screen double duration. Doom change skill icon. Tiefling form renamed to Pinnacle or Pinnacle, whatever. No longer disables flat damage from base. Now gains an additional skill level per 6 points, up from 7. Now only reduces your total defense by 50%. Remove dexterity bonus. Come on, they nerfed. Oh. Oh god. What an unfortunate. You can't massively stack your dexterity anymore with this buff. Oh god. Rip. Rip Maelstrom Sin. Incineration Trap. Incineration, whatever, fixed tooltip, displaying incorrect maximum range value. Revolve Phaseball no longer causes attackers to get one shot. Reduce cooldown by 40%. No longer slows enemies down. Reduce ugly slowdown visuals. Barbarian General throwing animation sped up by 1 frame. Titan Strike in skill now renamed to Titan's Fortitude. Is now a buff rather than an attack. Remove strength and dexterity bonuses. Now adds bonus maximum life 6% plus 1% per 10 character levels. Now adds bonus defense 10% plus 1% per character level. This will be more useful than previous times. Gladiator, wind form, fixed life on striking tooltip error. Throw, bear claw, renamed to snake bite. Revert to function as a poison single target alternative to overkill. Increase projectile speed by 25%, remove pierce. Increasing returns to the base level damage synergy. Benefits from the poison skill duration set on items. Triggered versions of this skill won't inherit this new poison damage. Stampede. You now throw real axes. Weapon damage now 100% up from 90. Rebound. Weapon damage increased by 33%. Screaming Eagle. Enemies now take an additional 25 emerald and magic damage per skill level. Overkill. Reduce X spread will improve single target damage. Axes will now land faster. Bonus damage from Gladiator's dominance increased by 50%. Weapon damage increased to 120% up from 110%. Base number of axes is now 22 up from 10. Level scaling is now 3 per 2 down from 4 per 2. This sounds good. Overkill and snake bite basically, and with this Titan Strike. Okay, stance, snake dance. Greatly increased minimum damage increased by 20%. Eagle stance synergy is now a self synergy. Damage per base level now 12% up from 9%. Bear says no longer locks out range skills. Wow, I love it. Revolve Nephron's Spirit now adds uh, B level what? To innate elemental damage. Whatever. Gladiator's Dominance now adds 30 plus, yeah, to Barbarian skill poison duration. Druid Hunter now shot bonus fight damage increased by 25% further. Rand reverted graphics to previous turns. Bonus damage reduced by 25% as previous values did not account for AWD scaling. It's more better. It's even better the turns graphics than the previous one. Traplet extra bonus fight damage increase. Okay, Necromancer, Rotting Flesh. Duration reduced by 33% and damage per level doubled. Dreamit velocity reduction is now 60%, damage reduced by 19%. Oh, melee carnage weapon damage now 75% down. Why are you nerfing this always? Parasite increased weapon damage from 90% to 100%. Missile travel speed increased by 25%. Therefore, fixed cooldown description. Totem. Totem's mana cost per level reduced by 25%. Stormate Totem. Damage increased by 25%. Support. Embalming now gets free 5% base HP, but scaling per hard point is now 5%. Sacrifices now feature Pegmai. So the fetishes volunteers for reduced visual spam. Death Pact slightly modifies spell damage, scaling with better rewards to investing hard points into the skill. Now properly scales with points in Dream Meter. Reward Talon's Hold. Fix the bug that caused the slow to override gear slow instead of being additive. Base slow is now 5%. Paladin Demiurge. Remove Reamiss to enable Talon's Hold fix. Life and Death. Fix target's tooltip. Warlock. Symphony Destruction Explosion area of effect is increased by 77%. Light Solstice and Equinox. Fix target's tooltip. Whatever. Sorcerer's Poison. Necromancy poison duration increased by 14%. Cold Abyss damage increase. Lightning Thunderstorm main projectile speed increase. Igen. Rewards symbol of Esu now always heals 50% of maximum life. Twice have damage increase at level 1 damage now increases with skill after 28. Whew. Now we have some great changes for the all skills. Item only skills which significantly increase item level requirement will no longer do so. Remove all skills from the affix pool which were not strong without significant investment. Until use didn't bring anything unique to the table or make crafts rares harder to roll. So we have from Sonic Storm to Solar Flare. Yeah. So, teleport. Mana cost is now 800 and decreases by 20 per level. Nova charge. Fix the bug with the all-skill range on non-sorceress characters. Vessel of Justice all-skill level increased. Maelstrom spamming on Amazon Jarvis has been replaced with better Maelstrom. All-skill increase. Okay. Tempest. All-skill level on Druid stave scanning. Okay, Cataclysm spell casts a ring of deadly fireballs in all directions around you. We now also spawn on Sorcerer's Orbs. The Ultra Mega Fireball Sorceress. Funeral Pyre spell spawn on Undead Horde to be Incinerated in horrid flame. Double damage and remove 9 focus energy as is no longer class skill. Icebot Nova Castle Nova. Damage now scales significantly with your core resist. This ignores maximum resistance caps. For 100% core resist provides more damage than 200%. This actually sounds good. Fire Cannon, a spell. Unleash a furious barrage of firebolts. Damage increase affects both fire ammo and item procs. Ammo Totem, Corpse Totem increases ammo damage of the party. Now gains a great amount of life per level. Manatai Totem. Corpse Totem rapidly regenerates the party's mana. Now gains a great amount of life per level. Warcry. Can now spawn rare barbarian swords and shields in addition to the Voice of Area unique. Banish Curse renders target vulnerable to magic and elemental damage. Area scaling is now 0.33 yards per level, down from 0.67 yards per level, and now caps at 1 screen. Duration scale is now 1 second per level, down from 4 seconds per level. Now increases ammo and magic damage by 25 per level, down from 30. Spawning of sources body armor also increased. Okay. Guided chain, projectile piercing arrow that chases down nearby enemies. Secret range is now fixed in order to provide better single target. Weapon damage is increased. Ooh. Increased number of hits per impact. Lightning shield buff. Lightning damage to attacker increased by 33. Buckshot. Oh, the return of the buckshot. Ooh. Blast out a short range spread of shrapnel in front of you. Restored all skill as all skill. Replaces scatter shot. Now spawns on any crossbow. Gains 2 shards per skill level. Deals 125% weapon damage. Ooh, I would definitely make a crossbow necro with this spec. Melee range necro with buckshot. Oh god. Cautious strike. Duration scaling increased to 3 seconds. Cloud tornado attack. Unleash multiple weapon damage whirlwinds. Now immune to sandstorm. Wow. To differentiate from the different skill with the same name, used as a proc. Weapon damage. Projectile count is now 2 plus 1 per 5 skill levels, up to 10 instead of 5 always. Now also spawns on sorcerers, war blades and paladin maces. Wow. Tantrum. Wow. My favorite one. Projectile blasts the surrounding area with shrapnel from your bow. Half number of hits per second to reduce boss teleportation. Weapon damage increased by 150%. Can also spawn on quivers at half the skill level compared to weapons. Ooh, Tantrum Tin. Oh god. Good times. Gore Fist. Attack, powerful melee attack, yeah. Half number of hits per second to reduce boss teleportation. Weapon damage increased by 180%. Next delay reduced. Lightning Wall. Reduce performance impact. Reduce wall length by 30%. Reduce mana cost. Reduce damage by 40%. Searing Orb. Area effect increased. Now gains 1% total damage per light radius. Damage increased by 20%. Now also spawns on assassin shields and paladin maces. Disintegrate. Cast a searing energy. Yeah, also spawn on boots. Reduce performance impact and fixed mechanics so it always damages at the boundary. Base cooldown is now 5 seconds, down from 10. Cooldown now reduces by 1 second for every 13 skill levels, up to a minimum of 1 second. Damage increased by 10%. Whirlpool can no longer spawn A visual only version without attacking a target in melee. Oh god. Remove random bonus stats. Instead increasing weapon damage by 100%. Cooldown reduced from 2 to 1. Spiral Dance. Bonus magic damage increased by 100%. Now also spawns on paladin maces. Bat Strike. Wait, Death Strike. Bat Strike is the other one. Blast the target zone with concentrated magical energy. Reduce number of hits per second to reduce past teleportation. Yeah. Typical weapon damage increase. Converts fist to magic. Full damage, full fist to magic. Yeah. Bonus magical damage. Now also spawns on Druid Bows. Death Ray. Channel toxic being causing your enemies to wither. Now really into Virulence. Can also spawn on scepters at half of the skill level compared to the saves. Now deals very high poison damage over 3 seconds. The poison duration is fixed. Poison skill duration stat will increase damage instead. Rain of Bombs also spawn on scepters. Bombs now deal physical damage equal to the fire component, essentially giving the double damage. Exposure area effect increased by 65%. Reduce delay between cast and bombardment. Damage increased by 50%. Powder Keg. Now spawns on all helms instead of barbarian only. Skill levels increase. Fix occasional misses at maximum exposure range. Increase number of hits at explosion center. Silver Dart. Fires a ball that shatters into more seeking bolts. Weapon damage increase. Number of bolts on impact is now higher. Target seek range now displayed on the tooltip. Magic conversation. Oh fuck. Magic conversion. Now always 50% instead of close to 100% at high levels. Blood Fury buff. Increases spell damage at the cost of your well-being. Now also spawns on Sorcerer's Orbs. Can no longer be cast on other units. Can now be used in town. Spell damage bonus increased by 50%. Hailstorm. Spell uses target enemy. Yeah, greatly reduce teleport triggers. Damage increased. Shampoo. The other version of Bounce, basically. Weapon damage increased by 20%. Now also spawns on Paladin Spears. Phoenix Wave. Casts a white flame wave in front of you. Now spawns on Amazon Shield instead of Necromancer Vent. FX skill levels increase to 60 to 24. Greatly reduce next delay. Increase damage by 70%. Curl. The Gravestone Dude skill. Gravestone now lasts 10 seconds and has a cooldown of 8 seconds. Remove next delay damage increase by a bunch. Wow. While a Gravestone is active, it grants you 2% cold spell damage per skill. It no longer spawns on boots and rings, now spawns on paladin helms and shields and on sorcerer's orbs and body armors. FX skill levels increase to 5 to 12. Divine Cloud. Skill levels on gloves increase to 8 to 14, increase damage. Time Wave. Every nearby enemy is hit with the time strike, causing delayed damage. Now also spawns on two-handed barbarian axes and barbarian helms. Fuse delay reduced from 3 seconds to 1.6 seconds. Weapon damage increased to 150%. Cyclone. Damage increase, FX skill levels is higher. Fire Cascade. Sequence now always slightly less than one screen. Now starts at 2 fireballs and gains an extra fireball every 6 skill levels. Explosion area of effect increased by 70%, damage increased by 20%. Can now also spawn on boots. Flash. Increase area effect. Now gains 10% more total damage for every 1% increase maximum lightning resist. No longer spawns on staves, now spawns on barbarian helms, paladin helms and druid helms. FX skills. Yeah. Apocalypse now spawns on scepters. Now spawns. Conquest. Attack. All allows you to avoid incoming damage for a short time. Noise is now. Okay, ATMG. Reduce hit rate by 50% to lower boss teleportation. Increase damage. Arrow Swarm. Fire a blast of multiple zigzagging. Yeah. Weapon damage increase from 90 to 100%. No longer spawns on crossbows, now spawns on quivers. Black Lotus Strike now also spawns on circlets. FX skills damage increase 20%. Death Blaster now. It's the same, but it's increased by 30%. Limpet Laser. Damage increase. Vortex damage increase. No longer spawns on Sorceress Armor and now spawn Amazon Helms and Paladin Helms. Rising Dawn no longer spawns on Druid Helm. Druid and Necromancer staves now spawns on Assassin Shields and Amazon Helms. Damage increased by 700%. What the fuck? But now skill damage starts decreasing rapidly after level 28. You will need to balance the skill bonuses on your gear and charts to get optimal scaling. Mana cost greatly increased required level is now 110. Overpower skills ahead. Brimstone damage increase can now be used on the left mouse button. Ring of Light damage increase. Depth shards weapon damage increased by 100%. SMG projectile fires a machine gun at your enemies. Yay! Reduce excessive range and knockback chance. Now adds magic damage to attack based on skill level. Weapon damage increased by 25%. The projectiles are now much larger, granting better area of effect. Increased mana cost. Soul Shatter projectile kills a target and emits a shockwave around you. Weapon damage increased by 25%. Okay, that's all for the all skills. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, we have the items now. General item triggers skills which cause brief cooldowns will no longer do so. Jewel crafting. Last recipe now adds 1% slow attacker. 20 chance increase roll from to 40 to 60. I see. Trinity now provide innate elemental damage and all attributes. See below. Dark Sonic effigy removed. Why? What was that? Apple's modified state icon. Elemental weapons. New item stat. Innate elemental damage. Finally, increases the innate elemental damage found on sacred elemental bases. Multiplicative effect. 50% innate elemental damage would increase battle axe damage to 135% of strength at fire. Many charms which previously gave tri-elemental flat damage will now give innate. Instead, throwing axes are now an elemental base. Innate elemental damage does not apply by dual wielding. Wow. Fixes remove slows melee targets that all offensive slow sources are now slow target and affect all enemies. Remove slow melee attacker stat. All defensive slow sources are now slow attacker and affect all enemies. Quivers, Paraclaw proc, FX replaced with Stun Strike. Regenerates reduce backstab FX due to mechanical changes. Runes and gems. Slow Zod. Slow amount is now 2%. Gal energy factor increased by 200%. Amber slow percent now 1-2% depending on tier. Pull, Mal, Goal, Low. Resistance bonuses armor increase to 25%. Tier uniques. Web spinner. Reduce slow attacker percent by 5%. The Jester now adds flat health Instead, resist random bonus change to random movement speed. Rob of Leaves, remove fire as penalty, now adds half regen. Buffos, now adds assassin skills instead of enhanced defense, increase heal on attack. Hanapikami procs are now on cure to reduce lag. Demon Stone Blood. But wait, Hanabigami has just striking on striking, which had 1% on striking. And how in the hell did they create lag, basically? Oh god. Demon Stone Blood, remove lightning and cold damage, fire damage increase, maximum life roll is now 1%. Ripstar, maximum damage reduced by 10%, Farsight Glow, remove negative cast speed. Second unique. Wizard Spy, Trinity Beam on skill level now 9 to 12. Ooh, I wanna find this. I could try this. It's hard to find because it's SSU. Dark Pact. Fix the bug which caused the Hades Gate cooldown reduction. Part of blood buff to not apply reduced rarity. Tie Wolf's Betrayer. Change melee slow to regular slow. Have Seabass Mantle now give sorcerer skills instead of necromancer. Cornerstone of them, remove Deathlore and Spirit of Vengeance from the skill pool. Hunters by experience increase from 5% to 20%. I had this weapon from 1.2. Griefbringer replace Barraclaw on kill with 1% rebounding on striking. Enhanced weapon damage is now always 100% and the damage replace flat damage reduction and attack speed with crushing blow. Now adds 15 extra access to overkill. Luckily tonight reduces enemy lightning resist by 20%, awakening increase of chance by 33%, throat cutter increase enhanced damage roll. Asgard's Crystal now adds ignore target's defense. Stormpeak now receives 1% spell damage per 2% gold fire rather than 2.5. Fire Hydrant Vion penalty reduced from 6 to 5. Warmonger fixed the bug will now correctly prevent blood hatred life degeneration. Iron Shard clarified description. Leaves temptation no longer reduces stats due to glitches instead of reduces half by 100. Skill Vijaktar, Scorpion Blade missiles now 2. Bitter Harvest fixed a bug with the magic damage Black Tongue. Remove negative cast speed, spell damage increase from 20 to 60 to 40 to 60%. New secret Unix mouse domestic. Club, it's a club. Luminescence, Amazon Maiden Spear, Ophiophagous, Barbarian, Balanced Axe, Unveiling Eye, Circlet, Visual Eye Dominia, Fix bugs with Hive sub bonus, Image Life Leech increased by 25%, 12 havoc damage. Hive now adds 1 point, yeah. Total Vitages energy. The maximum is now 70% up from 65. 2-piece set bonus is now 50% mana and energy up from 10%. Kinda died. Cyanide. How to pronounce this fucking name? God damn. I will check it out.
Synodidae.
Synodidae. What?
Synodidae.
Synodidae. Fuck you. Synodidae or whatever. So basically the Holy Melee Paladin set Here you go. Remove Bane skill. Pantheon full set now grants 200% enhanced weapon damage. Instead of both sets, Lazarus Treasure Ball. Medium damage roll is now 31 to 80%. Tower Denial is now a Helm base. Satanic Mantra. Through the Depths Veil now a mask base. Remove double requirements roll and strength energy now adds minion damage. Let me die light now adds 10% physical resist instead of fast stats. 2 piece set bonus now adds 75% minion life instead of strength. Beyond's Perfidai. Rising Dawn skill is now 22. The offerings Sacrificial Mind now receive the life reach bonus which is removed from full set. Full set bonus now grants access to Soul Shatter Roll skill. BK Hunter skill now gives 10% movement speed. Barbarian skills are now always to replace cold resist with 5% life steal. Hunter Step. Replace lightning resist with total character defense, vitality increased by 10. Hunter Camouflage now adds 1000 defense instead of melee defense. Life steal, enhanced defense is always 200%. Hunter's Claw. Slow is now always, yeah. Rust Storm proc replaced with free Screaming Eagle on striking. 2 set bonus. Now bonus magic 3 pound. Crushing Blow increase. Full set. Barb skill increased to 4. Remove reanimate, disintegrate proc. Room masters bonus and enhance weapon damage. Now increases cold. No, now adds 25% of dexterity as enhanced weapon damage. Now increases cold, lightning, and poison maximum resistances by 3%. Now adds 20% to maximum life. Rune words. Memory. New caster rune word gloves. Snow skull. Slow percent is now 20%. Cold absorb increased. On to all skill. Knave. Completely revamped. Now works in boots only. Requires Christ on Christ. Now adds 5% maximum life or mana. 1 to 0. The sorcerer skills. Physical and magic rest. Now removes mana sweep bleach, but also reduces its damage. Bartek's Eye now grants Whirlpool skill. Cut, remove unlisted trap red morph and max life, increase slap damage. Added crushing blow, increase proc chance to 25%. What kind of proc did it have? Whatever. Nigra renamed to Elementalist. Raptor reworked to support the pure poison barbarian playstyle. It's now barbarian only. Rune combination is now no light, no L. Oh, it's a unique rune order. It's similar to the old vanilla rune orders. Now adds next stance, poison pierce, life after kill. Now adds 2% minus level and maximum skill life. And Raya says SMG roll is now 25 to 40. Okay, guys. So, we got a lot for the off skills, basically. So, I have a question for you guys. Which build should I take for 1.5? Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you want. I should start a paladin, which should be the Tantrum Dim. That's why I wanna start this because Tantrum Deans were so OP, but now it has no mm, multi-delay damage on the skill, but now it has great damage increase, so but it sounds good, but at least it's not 25% weapon damage. Or should I make a throw barb to try it out the new skills? A bear claw overkill spect, or I don't know, or a melee sorceress should be okay. But I think I will make a tantrum then. So tantrum basically is a not melee but not a uh, range skill. So here what I found for you. What we have. XVI. Here's a for example. This is a old video from XVI, you know, but this was a godly gear tantrum in. So basically this is a lazy and tantrum variant. He just spams a tantrum wherever he goes, and he have lots of procs. So here you can see the ice lance, four lining, flame front procs. So it means he uses Hanabigami quiver whenever he attacks as well. He spams a lot, and he made it with a super beast form. So yeah. But the great problem with this is the great multi-hitting damage feature, and that's why uh, hard to kill Cabraxis, for example, with this build, because he's a TP boss or Quasin as well. So as you can see, he will teleport on you and he will TP away instantly. So you can deal good damage on him. So yeah, that's why it was a great build in these XVI days. So yeah, maybe I will start a Tantrum Din or a Throw Barb or a Melee Sorceress. So yeah, that's all folks, and see you on the season start, and yeah, take care yourself, and don't forget, stay at home and take care yourself. Bye guys, see you later.